Hey guys, it's Summer Rain at Epiphany Blue, where everything is fabulously handmade for you. This is one of my labels that goes on everything that I ship out. Yeah, so welcome. I'm glad you're joining me today. I have a fabulous project that I'm working on. I've been working on. I might sound a little something in my throat because, colds are going around and a bunch of stuff is going around. So I'll try to speak up. So, yeah, welcome. I am in the process of covering some boxes for my room. Now, this is a fabulous paper, wrapping paper, that I got from Marshall's a couple of Christmases ago. But it's the colored scheme of my room. And look how beautiful this paper is. Can you see that? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's the color scheme of my room. It's turquoise and silver and pink for an accent. So yeah, that's what's going on in my room. And I've covered some boxes already. Now this is a box that you can just put just about anything in. It's paper mache, and you can find these all over the place. So as you can see, I've decorated it with silver again. That's the color scheme, right? And I did a little design on the top of this one. This is a Christmas box that I'm going to cover in the same paper, but I won't be doing that today. And the thought with this is I'm going to cover it in this beautiful paper, put it on my dresser, and then you can put your watches in here and your bracelets in here, okay? Where they're nice and protected and handy. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. And this is the big one that I did already. You got to see this. I've got to move this stuff out of the way so that you can see this beautiful box that I did. There you are. Look at that. That's actually the back. Okay, that's the back. And I did the whole box covered beautifully in this paper. Now, covering with paper is not easy, I can tell you. Okay, I've been doing it for a couple of years and I'm still not, I still have my little glitches because paper is hard to deal with when you're covering, and especially with a dimensional box like this one, as you can see. I forgot what they call this shape, but yeah, it's very unique shape, and that's why I got it. When I saw it, I liked it. So yeah, I'm not going to do anything on the top of this because this box is gonna sit on top of it. So yeah, and yeah. I made this to be the back, but I kind of like it as the front now. I don't know. Yeah. So that's this one. And then, of course, this one is, again, it's a paper mache box. And you can put just about anything in here. And covering or painting the inside is, it's a big hassle and it's not necessary. So, yeah. So that's what I'm in the process of doing today. Covering this. Oh, and so here's another one that I covered. This is a toilet paper box where you can cover an extra roll of toilet paper for your bathroom, and it's well disguised, and it's sitting on the counter, the back of the toilet where people store stuff sometimes, or maybe a shelf you have in your bathroom, and there you are. You've got an extra roll, and nobody knows it's there except the people who live in the house, of course. And so you don't have to run around looking for your extra roll. So that's in there. But I did this for my room, and I didn't do it for this, okay? I did it so that actually I did it as a tissue box because they do have round tissue boxes, but they're very hard to find these days. So after I did it, I said, well, I could always use it let's say I have a bowl on my dresser that's got my, that I use to store my, but this is not quite big enough. But just imagine a bowl small enough to go under here. And I could disguise my bowl that's got my earrings and my necklaces and my bracelets in here. And I could disguise it under here if I don't end up using it as a tissue box, I'm saying. So there you are. And what I'm doing today also is that I've got to finish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I had, oh, there it is. I'm going to take this trim, this bling trim. I'm going to take it all around the top here. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And then this is going to be finished. And then I'm going to start on this tissue box, which this tissue box, the tissues for this box are very easy to find. Okay? Very easy to find. Now, these tissue boxes come in this shape, and they come in a tall square. So I'm going to get one of those too, because again, those tissue boxes are easy to find too. The round ones are not easy to find, but this shape is easy to find, and the square ones. So yeah, so that's what I'll be doing today also. I'll be covering this, and I've already measured it and kind of creased it so that I know exactly where it's going to lay. So that's part of the process. Oh, but first I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to finish this one. Oh, and let me just show you, covering boxes, as I said, is not easy. This is a big mishap here where it just didn't get covered the right way. But after it was stuck down, I couldn't readily take up the paper. And since it's mine anyway, I'm just going to act like I don't even see it, okay? But, yeah. So practice makes perfect, but these things do happen. Okay, so again, I am going to just finish this. So this one's finished. All I have to do is put this trim around the middle just to finish it off really nicely. And I've got my glue gun all ready. And I'm just going to glue it all the way around. And I'm going to start this one, and this is very careful work, okay? You got to get these just right. So I'm going to put one there, one goes there, and I'll keep going around. So I've got two down already. Okay, so I'm going to keep going around with this. And then I'll have to cut some more pieces for it. And as I said, this is for my room. And this trim is very easy to work with because, as you can see, you can just bend it to where you want it. So I can take it in a circle, which is what I'm doing here. I'm covering this circle, right? So, got two more with this one. Let's see, that one goes there, and that one goes there. Yeah, making some headway with this. This is what it looks like so far. And I'm going to continue with these pieces. And, you clean up your glue strands later, which I'll do later, because you do get glue strands all over. If you're crafters, you know about glue strands, so yeah. And if you're new to crafting, then yeah. Glue strands are what comes off of the glue as you take it away from whatever you're sticking it on. They can't be avoided. There you go. Almost done. I've had this glue gun for ages. I've got another one in my closet. And you get the glue guns on your fingers, and you gotta make sure you get them all off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'll use this one because I think that's gonna, that's gonna make it. And these come with some little threads that sometimes you have to get off. Sometimes I go to the stove and I singe them off with the heat, but you can also cut them off. You could, I see some more strands right here. Okay. And this looks like just enough to finish it off. Glue strands right there. And this one. Crafting is very precise work. I always say that in my videos because it is very precise work. I see glue strands that I'm trying to, because I just cannot stand those glue strands. Because I just said I'm going to clean it up later because I would be here all day trying to pick off glue strands. So there you go. There you are. So that one's finished. So that's what it looks like. A finished edge. You always have to finish your edges. Makes it look so much better. And yeah, I see these. I might have to take a lighter later on and do some little hairs. I'm a perfectionist. These things are connected with little fibers, strands of fiber. That's how they're connected. And then when you cut pieces off, then the fibers are exposed. So that's what I'm having a problem with right now because I don't like the way they look. But yeah, there you go. So that's it. And then I usually put my business card. I usually glue my business card inside here, my Etsy card, so that whoever buys this, well, this is mine, but I will be making some, and I have made some already on my Etsy site. So yeah, I always put my business card in there, and that's what it looks like on the inside when you cut that circle out. Yeah. So that's this one. And that is another piece to the set so far. Another piece to the set so far. Yep. And this stuff can all go on your dresser. And so now what we'll come to is the tissue box. Okay. As I said, I've already creased it where I want it. Okay. Now, the thing of it is, I usually use Mod Podge. As a matter of fact, that's what I use on all these boxes. I used Mod Podge. Mod Podge has a very high glue smell to it. Okay, it's very strong. And I don't know, my sons came out, one of them anyway, and said, "Oh, that's very strong. Open a window." I did have one window open, but it wasn't enough. It was still very strong. So I'm not going to use this today, which I normally use. So I went downstairs and I looked for all my glues, and I've got this. This is basic school glue that all the kids use. I am now going to attempt to use this, but as I said, if I have a mishap, this is mine, and then I'll learn from my mistakes, okay? So instead of using Mod Podge, I'm going to use this today. See how that works out, okay? So the first thing is, I'm going to spread some, oh no. Oh, that is too much. Jeez. Oh, and I had to do it this way because that little top's not working. Now I've got glue all over the place. So I gotta put some of the genie back in the bottle. Okay, so hope this works. It should, because the bottle says, of course, kids use this in school all the time. They glue all kinds of things, right? All kinds of paper. They glue it on wood. They use it on wood to glue things. So I shouldn't have a problem using this. Not really. Okay, as long as you apply enough to cover. And this bottle says that it dries quickly, so let's see. So again, I creased it, so now I'm going to match up my creases, hopefully. Let's see. No. That's not exactly it. Oh, but one thing I can see about this glue is that you can reposition your paper very easily. Oh, see? And so, with this paper, sometimes you can pick it up and reposition it if you get a wrinkle, which I'm getting here. But if you rub it out really good, sometimes you can make those wrinkles disappear if you rub it really good. Okay. So let's see this one. Yeah, that's working. Picking up the paper and repositioning it is working to a degree. It's still getting, yeah, 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 see? Oh, yeah. When you pick it up, then you can work those creases out. Okay, so there you are. I still have some creases, but uh, you can using your finger to work them out really works. So put a little effort into it and work those wrinkles out. Okay, so there we have the top already covered. This is the top already covered. Okay, and so now what I have to do is I have to do the ends. I have to do the ends and the sides, but before I do that, what I have to do is I have to cut the corners. Okay, you cut the corners like that. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm cutting the corners. So here's one. Here's one here. So I'm going to go right to the corner, and I'm going to cut it like that. Can you see that? So that it's cut, yeah. Okay, so this one's not done. That one's done. Okay, and so now what I do is I apply my glue. Give me a second, because what I need is a bowl for my glue. Okay, so I'm going to use this little ramekin, they call it, and I'm going to put some glue in there, and that's what I'm going to use. Okay, so now what I have to do is I have to glue down the sides. I'm going to do the longer sides first. See that? So you just glue this all down. And what you do is you're going to bring this up. And smooth it out as much as possible because you want to get a nice crisp edge. And then with this part right here, you're going to take that to the inside like that. Okay, I'm going to take that to the inside. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to glue all the way to the end. Yeah, so this glue is working out pretty good. And again, why wouldn't it? Because kids use this in school all the time to do all sorts of projects, right? So, and once again, I'm going to take this end in here like that. Yeah, you have to be really careful. Like that. Taking this end in and this other end in. Okay. And now what I have to do is I have to do the short sides. And do the same thing. Pass your glue all the way along, and then you're going to flip this up like that, and you're going to do that. I had paper here in case I get stuff on my hand. Right here. Okay, and I cleaned up my paper too, so stuff doesn't stick. So you can use your paper to smooth things down also. Okay? Yeah, you can use your paper to smooth it out. And now we only have the other short end to go. So I'm going to do this end. Yep. And I'm going to bring that up like that. And that's how it's covered. Now, for the inside, what you do is, I forgot my, So what you do is you use a sharp knife, a utility knife, right? And you make an X in the middle. I made an X. Ooh, okay. Made it a little too much, but let's see. And then what you're going to do with the X is you're going to get your scissor in there and you're going to cut some lines on the inside. You're going to cut it on the inside. You can cut it on the outside too. So I've made a hole now. I've made a hole. But now what you have to do is you have to start, so I'm going to take this all the way to the inside, all the way to that side, all the way to this side. So what you have to do now is you have to make slits so that you can then take this paper all the way back. And you should make the slits all the way to the actual hole. Getting glue in my hand. I know you can't actually see this process, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. And it's just like the other one that I showed you. Let's see if that one, I think I need another cut there. Yeah. Okay, so this is what you've got, and this is what it looks like from the inside. Okay, so all of these slits you're going to glue down like that. You're going to glue them all down like that. See that? They're all going to get glued down like that. And I shouldn't have done that because I really don't have enough glue on there yet to really make them stick. So I'm going to take these pieces back up. And then I'm going to add some more glue to all of these pieces so that they'll stick down. Okay, so now this is what I'm doing. I'm taking them to the inside like that. And I'm applying some force so that I get a clean edge to the outside. You'll see when I'm finished gluing them all down, and you make sure they're all down really good. So as you can see, I'm taking my finger and I'm gluing them down. And I lost a piece of one, but that's okay. So that's what it looks like inside. But it's all glued down now. And this is what it looks like outside. Now, you have to be careful not to get glue while you're working, which is, and then what I do is I go around the edge and I make sure that it's nice and get a nice edge there. See? And I did. Look at that. Look at that. Of course, just like the other one, what I'm going to do is, I should have bought more paper towel to wipe my hands with. Oh, I see a piece. Okay, you always have to keep stuff on hand because you don't want to get glue on your project as you're working. So that's how that's glued down. Okay. And so again, like I did the other one, I am going to take this bling trim all the way around this circle. So I'm going to do the same thing like I did to the other box. Okay, so now that we've got the top covered, oh, this is the hard part though. This is the hard part. is doing this part. Got some glue on here. I don't know how I got all that glue in there. And this box is it's a little warped. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, it's a little warped. See that? See, this end, this side should be like this side. But that's all right. Maybe it'll work itself out once I cover it with paper. So yeah, hard but not so hard. So now what you got to do is you got to take your paper, and let me point out that the good part about some papers, not all papers, is that some of them come marked. And you know what? I'm going to cut this excess off because I don't need it. But I can show you with this piece, some papers have a grid lines. So you can use them as cutting lines, but a lot of papers don't. But when you have a grid line, it's easier to cut, right? So let's see. I might be able to use this piece because now what I have to do is I have to cut a piece that goes all the way around. No, it's not going to make it. It's not going to make it. Okay, so I am now going to have to cut a piece that goes all the way around this box, right? So let's see what we have here. This is not the not so easy part because you really have to figure this out. And it helps if you have a big enough workspace, right? Okay. So I'm going to measure this box all the way around. Let's see. So you know what? I'm going to cut this piece off. And again, I'm using the grid line here. So I'm following the line so that I cut a straight piece of paper. Okay? So if I take this this will probably go to the middle, maybe not. Let's see. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right here. So I'm just going to cut myself a piece. I'm trying to get it straight on the line. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, so now I'm gonna try and get it from the other end. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Now, this piece should work for going all the way around. Oh my gosh, it barely makes it to the middle. I can't believe this. I've got glue on here. It doesn't make it exactly. Look at that. It doesn't make it exactly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece of paper to cut out another piece of paper. Oh, wait a minute. This is the whole length of this paper. It's the whole length. It's the whole length. So, wow. Wait a minute. This is the paper I just cut out. Let's see. But it doesn't make it all the way. And it's the whole length of this roll. Look at that. This piece is the whole length of the roll, as you can see. It's the whole length of the roll, and it doesn't make it all the way around this box. Now that's interesting. So the only thing that means is that I've got to cut it another way. I've got to cut it this way, where I can get a longer piece of paper. Let's see. Yeah, I've got to cut it this way. So this is, all right, so I've got to cut it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So, yeah, I didn't need this piece. Didn't need this piece. So I'm gonna cut this out. I'm using a cutting line, but I'm going so fast that I'm still not precisely staying on the cutting line, but it's gonna be all right. Okay, so that's that. Okay, all right, so again, what I need to do is I need to use this as a guide and cut out the piece that's, let's see, this one right here, right there. I'm going to, just to make sure, I'm going to do this like this. And this piece, let's see how many, up, and then I'm going to need to cut this right here. That's the part that doesn't work. Again, these lines help so much. Okay. And it helps if you have a big workspace for such a job. I was just couldn't be too bothered to really clear this table so that I would have had the whole table to cut this up. Didn't think it was going to be that much of an issue, I guess, so I didn't. But if you're going to do this, then yeah, dedicate your whole table to just doing this. Clear the table so that you have as much room as you need. That's the lesson I just learned, okay? So there you go. So here we go. So now we've got this. And this has got to cover all the way around. And yes, we do make it all the way around, as you can see. We make it all the way around. And with excess to cut off, okay? So now, but I cut it wide enough so that I can do this now. And again, I'm using a cutting, one of the cutting lines on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold piece down. Gonna fold piece down. Now let's see what happens when I do that. I've got more than enough. When I make this my edge to cover this part here like that, see, to cover that like that, then I do have enough on the bottom to go in like that. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm now going to, I'm supposed to be using this cutting line, okay, to go all the way down. I didn't quite get it to the cutting line. Okay, let's see. And you have to be careful with some papers, because this particular paper, if you crease it, then it starts to look like a mess. So let's see what happens. So the cutting line, again, to the cutting line. There you go. Smooth it out all the way. So I'm forming a crease all the way down. And now I've got my paper creased perfectly. See? And that's going to be the clean edge to the top of that box. But what I have to do now is I have to get that out of the way. I have to, what's that glue? Oh my gosh. I have to glue that flap down, okay? Because I could put it on the box like this, but this is much nicer because it's going to really stick down and it's going to be neat. So that's the object when you're doing stuff like this too, is to be neat. Have a nice clean edge. So I'm going to glue it down. So I'm going to go all the way down, all the way across with my glue. All the way across. And this is a pretty long piece of paper. Let's see. So I'm going to just do the, okay. I don't want the glue on my paper. Just got glue, okay. So I'm going to go all the way across. Right? And I'm going to stick it down. I'm going to go all the way across. Look at that. Okay. I think it's better if I use this. Yeah, it's better if I use this. Look at that. Nice. This paper's beautiful. This paper's really nice. Right, look at that. Yeah, using the paper is a good idea. Because you're getting a nice smooth. Yep. I'm just taking it across one more time just to make sure it's nice and crisp. And look at that. And that's what you have. So now you're going to, and then now you have to pick your back, okay? Any side can be the back really of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to start in the middle with this. I'm going to pick this as the middle. That's about the middle, I think. I'm eyeballing it. I could be persnickety and measure it, which is probably what, okay, first of all, let's see. The box is 25, so 12 and a half, I would say. 12 and 12 is 24 and a half, would be 25, so 12 and a half point mark, which is, so that's where I'm going to start. And that is going to be right about here. Yep, right about there. Right about there. That's where I'm going to start. And again, you're going to use your glue and you're going to stick it down. So I'm going to start with glue here and glue on the box. This glue smells too, but not as much as the Mod Podge. And you're going to get your paper right to the edge. Right to the edge of your box right there. See that? I don't know. Can you see that? I got it right to the edge. Right to the edge. Right there. And so I'm taking this paper all the way around. I'm taking it all the way around. Matching up the edge really nicely as I go. Using paper towel really helps with this, because you don't get the glue on your hand, and then it seems to give you a nice smooth edge. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to, oh well, actually what I need to do is I need to do this. Turn it upside down, put some glue on there. Be generous with the glue, but not too generous with the glue, because then it's going to start to seep out of the sides and you don't want that. And I stuck it down before. And I got glue on there. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to match up this edge really nicely. And kind of pull it a little bit. You're going to pull it a little bit so that you, and as I said, you're going to use your paper towel to really smooth it out. And that's what I've got so far. Look at that. Look at that. So I've got the middle. Does that look like the middle? Looks like, I guess, let me see. No, there I go, right? Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's almost 12. Okay. Okay, I need more glue. I need more glue. Teacher, I need more glue. This is that glue that kids use in school all over the world, right? You can get it in Dollar Tree for pennies. Okay, so I'm going to try and hold it like that and take the screw all the way across. And on the, just in case there are parents watching and in case you didn't know this, this bottle says that when kids use this glue, they shouldn't use it without supervision. Okay, so just so you know. So don't sit your kid at the table doing a project and then wander off. They need to be watched with this glue. So there you go. I think that's it. So again, I'm using my tissue to go all the way across. And I'm almost there. I'm making some headway here. And I haven't done this in a while. Cover boxes, I mean. I've got some others that I've done, but I haven't done it in a while. And sometimes when you don't do something for a while, you kind of have to, you kind of get out of practice. So, oh, this is looking good. Oh, I'm going to love seeing this on my dresser. I'm going to love seeing it on my dresser. Especially with all that silver bling on it. Oh, I'm a bling girl. Oh my gosh, I'm a bling girl. I am a bling girl. So let's see now. This one goes down, and that's about it. So I've got the whole thing done, except now I'm going to have to, oh, okay, yeah. So I've got excess, and I left myself some excess just so that I can cut where I need it, and I can still, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a nice straight line all the way down. And I could leave it like that, but the reason why I left myself some excess is so I could do a little fold like this and then do that. See what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Okay, because that's not where I want to stick it. So I made a fold. I left myself extra so I can make a fold here. Instead of just leaving it straight, I made a fold. I folded under. I folded some under. So now what I have to do with the part that I folded under is I have to glue that part also. Let's see. Yeah, I've got to glue that part. This is kind of awkward. Okay, but I do have to glue this part down. See, I have to glue where I folded it. I have to glue that. I have to glue that down to give it a nice, clean, good-looking, professional edge. See, that's what you do. Again, I should be doing this with my paper towel. Okay, so that's a nice edge. See, that's a nice edge right there. Look, folded it under. Okay, and now this is the last piece to be glued down. So I'm going to put some glue on here. Oh, actually, I've been putting the glue on the box, but it's the same thing. I could put it on here too. Okay, and this is my last piece to glue down and make sure I've got it exactly where I want it. And this paper towel does a beautiful job of smoothing that out. Wow, nice. Oh, it moves. That's the thing about using this glue too. It's very forgiving where you can pick your paper up and reposition it if you need to. Okay. Mod Podge kind of glues pretty fast, so you have to know you have to lay your paper exactly where you want it, because you might not be able to pick it up again. And the glue gun, forget it. Once you do a glue with the glue gun, it's stuck and there's no picking it up. But this is nice. Look at that, what we have so far. We've got a nice, beautiful edge all the way around. Can you see that? I gotta pat myself on the back. Yes, I do. Really nice. Really nice edge all the way around. Wow. Okay, so now obviously we've got to glue this to the inside like that. And again, what we have to do, we have to cut the corners. Cut the corners. So I'm going to cut to this corner, and I'm going to cut to this corner. So you can see what I did. I cut the paper so that it goes inside. Cut each corner. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the other two corners. I'm going to cut this corner and the other corner. Okay? So you see, that can go in like that, and that can go in like that. Look at that. Okay? And I'll figure out what's going on with this one, so we'll get it done. Okay, but for right now, let's worry about the two ends where we just cut the corners. And what we have to do for that is put some glue on it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it, because it works better if you cut. Yeah. See, I cut so that I have little strips, and it works better that way than if you try to do it in one piece. Sometimes it doesn't work out for you that way. So, yeah. And then I gotta get the glue off my table because it'll get on the box. Okay. So now I'm gonna do the middle first. We take it to the middle. We take it to the inside. All the flaps that you've cut. Take them all to the inside. Look at that. The corner is always, yeah, okay, but it's going. Again, I'm gonna wipe off. Look at that. So you took the flaps that you cut into the inside. Okay. Some people might do it all the way up to here so that this brown part's not showing. But you always run into trouble trying to get it like that. So yeah, there's no problem with it not going all the way up, because it's the inside anyway, right? Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing with this side. And when you cut, you take it all the way to the box, all the way to the edge of the box. Okay? Oh, first I need to do the other side. Oh, and I didn't cut it. Need to cut it. Okay, so yeah, so see, I just cut these and it's fringed. If you want to call it that, cut it into fringes, just like I did this side. And now with that, this side's all glued down. And now we are going to glue this side down by applying our glue. Okay. And I usually do like one in the middle first and then do the end last. And again, use this to get a nice clean edge. And that's what that looks like. So now this end looks like this end on the inside. See? That's this other end now. It's all glued in. Now I already fringed this part, so I'm going to work on that part. Okay? So now all I need to do is apply my glue. And I need more glue. More glue, please. Okay. So this is moving along pretty good. Nobody likes a long video, right? Some people won't sit still for a long video. So crafters try not to make long videos, but sometimes if it's a project and it doesn't, I've seen long videos, and if you want to see the project, if you want to know how to do it, you'll sit and watch the video, no matter how long it is. But generally, people don't like long videos, and trust me, it gets tiring for a crafter to do a long video also. So. Oh, this is coming along pretty nicely. Again, got to use my paper towel. And I've got this one on the end, the last one. And that's what this side looks like on the inside. Look at that. Right? Moving right along. So now, again, I have to fringe this part. And you can, it doesn't matter the size of the fringes, just, cut it how you think you want. See, like, I think I've made them pretty even sides. See that? They all came out like the same size. But, I'm eyeballing. You eyeball it too, It's not, it's not something that you have to measure or whatever. So, okay, so here we go. We're on the home stretch here with this. Let me move my scissors. The last thing I want to do is get glue on my scissor. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We're almost there, guys. So I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to take that right in. Take that in. See, I didn't want to sit it down because of that. got glue here all over the place. I don't want that glue on my box. Okay, so here we go. Glue that down. Um, and this part is the last one. Yeah, I've got one flap here that looks like it didn't get glue. So I'm going to give that some glue. Okay. So, there we are, guys. Everything's done. Look at that nice, clean. And when you look at it from the outside, then you see some flaws that you did. So now that's the middle, and how I'm going to disguise that middle part. Okay, so then what you have to do is you have to make sure that everything is glued down. Yeah, to make sure everything's glued down. Yeah, you have to just go across. Yeah, do that. Okay, there you go. So now, I'm hoping I've got enough of that silver bling. Oh, this is pink. This is okay, yeah, okay. I've got. Let's see. Let's see. So I've got two types of bling here, actually. I've got this one, which I did on this box. Yeah. So I've got this bling, which I did on this box right here. And then I've got this bling. This is gold. That's not silver. Okay, I did bring it up. Here it is. And I've got this. Oh, I've got so much bling. Okay, I really didn't want to do this. Oh yeah, so this is the bling that I used on this one. Okay, that's the bling I used on that. And this is the bling that I used on this. So I ran out of enough. What is this? Pink? Okay, you don't belong there. Okay, back in the bowl. Okay, so since I used this on this, I am now going to use it on the tissue box also. So, which I should have done this. I like to do stuff like this beforehand so it doesn't take up too much time during the video, but here we go. I didn't cut it beforehand. And this is going to go all the way around the box, and then of course I'm going to take some of it around the hole where the tissues come out. So let's see, is this enough? No, this is not enough. It's got to go all the way around. It's got to go all the way around. See, I really like to do this kind of work beforehand because I don't like to use up time for my video to do this cutting stuff here. It's just, That should never happen. That should never happen, but, so let's see. Did I cut enough to go all the way around? Let's see. How about we start in the middle? Yeah. Yep, there you go. Okay. I don't know where you go right now, but you're going to go there right now. Okay, so. Oh, wait a minute. I said I'm going to do the. Where are we? Okay, I'm just going to cut. Did I? No, I don't think I had any of this left over in silver. Did I? Oh, no. Let's see. Silver, where are you? No, that's gold. Okay. Got so many colors, guys. I've got this stuff in all colors, okay? Case in point, look at this. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this in a little while. Look at that. I've got it in black. Look at that. I told you I'm a bling girl. Okay. So, oh, here I am. Okay, I'm cutting this. This is to go around the hole where the tissues come out. And I'm going to see if I can adhere it all in one piece so that I don't have to piece it. Because sometimes when you try to go around corners, you've got to cut it in pieces so that you can shape it around, so that you can go around corners. So I've got that. Oh, that's gonna look pretty. Let's see. Got that there. That'll go there. Let's see. That'll go there. And, okay, I need to cut some more. I thought I was through. Okay, all right, that should be it. Bling, bling, bling. Okay, so what should I do first? I think I'm gonna go around first. And yeah, as I said, this bling has these little hairs that I don't like, and I usually go to the stove and I singe them off, or I do it with a lighter. And since this is mine, I'm not going to be that persnickety about it. It's because it's not going to really show anyway, so. Okay, all right. All right, so wait a minute. Now, this is the part that goes all the way around, right? Because I cut a part to go, remember, I cut a part to go around the hole. Come on. This keeps... Yeah, okay, so this is the part that goes all the way around. But what I'm going to do first is I want to disguise this. I want to cover up the part where it meets. Okay, you don't leave that like that. Trust me, you don't. Okay, so... And of course, this line doesn't look like it's exactly the middle, but... okay. So again, what I want to do with this is I want to take this like this and cover. Okay, so I need this amount. I need this amount. And these are the little hairs. You can't see, but so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take that like that. Okay. You'll see when I'm finished doing it. Okay. Okay. Again, you have to be very careful once you sit this stuff down. And I've got some glue strands on here. Okay. And you try to get it straight, of course. And that's what I did with that line that joined in the back. I disguised it with that. And as you can see, it's not fully half. And I thought I measured it just right, but because of course this part, this side looks longer than this side. And I won't embarrass myself by measuring it either, so there you go. Okay, so now I want to take this. Now, I don't know whether I want to take it on the back, down at the back, bottom, and do this all the way around. Let's see. Do that all the way around like that on the bottom. I'm sure that would look nice. Or do I want to do it at the top? Do I want to do it at the top? Like that. Do I want to do the top? I think I want to do the top. Yeah, I think I want to do the top. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start at the top. You could probably see my hands are a mess. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top. And I'm going to lay my first one. Oh, no. Oh, that happens. My hand accidentally hit that ball of glue that I just laid down. Because this piece is so little, you have to handle them just right. Okay, so there's another spot of glue. Okay, and see, you have to grab it just right like that. And okay, and here I'm going to start at the top. So I'm going to do that. Right. And what I need to do is I've got glue all over my fingernails. And you really want to, like I say this in all my videos, you really want to get the glue off your hands because then it will stick to the rest of your work. So you don't want to have glue on your hands. Because as you're handling your item, it will stick to your item, stick to your product. So, okay, so now I'm going to take this all the way around. All the way around. Being very careful to match it up. And hey, look at this. And I always forget to use them. This is one of the tools of the trade. So you stick that on your finger, and then when you stick this down, you don't get the glue on your hands. But, for certain projects, I'll use it. But, you know, if you're in the midst of doing your project, you just want to do it, and it's really better if you do it with your hand without that, because that is cumbersome, you know, that little thing. It does feel cumbersome, so. Take this all the way around. Wait a minute, did I stick this one down? Let's see. All the way around. I'm going to need a new glue stick right about now. New glue stick right about now. Let's see. Was I right? Oh, almost. Oh, so let me show you what I do. See, this keeps flipping on me because it's very lightweight. So I get something that's got a little weight to it. I put it in there, and that's going to hold it down for me. There's another trick. There's another trick. Tricks of the trade, okay? Tricks of the trade. So let's see. Take that all the way around, like so. I think I'm gonna, yeah. So this is what you can use this for. I'm using it to stick them down. Okay, so, and then I'll put it in here. I'll lay it like that. And that holds this steady because this will be all over the place. So there you go. See? Okay, I need a glue stick. I can feel it when the gun gets empty, it gets lighter. So, yeah, time for a glue stick. Okay. So here you go. Time for a new glue stick. Let's see. Hmm. I hear my garbage cans rolling around outside. It must be windy. And we're getting a cold front, which I'm not looking forward to. So, but it's dark outside. There's no way I'm going to go pick up those garbage cans right now. So, I'll look outside later. And as long as they're not in the street, getting in the way of traffic, then I'm not going to bother. Oh, I forgot that was in there. Okay. Okay, so now I'm to this. I'm to the end. I'm to this other side. I don't know how I misjudged that middle. Did I not measure that? Oh, come on. I measured it and everything. I've watched so many other crafters. There are so many. I take my hat off. Oh, much love to some of the crafters that I've watched that have taught me. Oh my gosh. Some crafters are out here making some beautiful products, okay? Beautiful. Very talented ladies. Very talented ladies. And I have watched them. And I'm the type of person that I just need to watch it one time and I pick it up really fast. So yeah. Yep. So, let's see. Thank you for your service. Okay. Oh, it's got a glue on it. Yeah. I'll clean that up later. So this is what it looks like. Glue strands. So you see what it looks like all the way around inside where I glued that down pretty good. And did this part and it came out really nice. I don't know what happened to my camera all of a sudden.